It's Amanda from I Am Baker, and today I am making a strawberry pie. This recipe came down from Grandma, and I remember standing by her side and making it, and she did it completely different from the way that I'm doing it. Hers was amazing, but I'm gonna go out on a limb and say mine's a little bit better. A couple big changes I made were I wanted to make it completely no bake. We love this pie in the summer, and I don't wanna turn on my oven some days. So I decided to go with a graham cracker crust, which I think you're gonna like just as much as we do. These are fresh strawberries from our garden, so packed with flavor, but I would only use these typically if I was making it for my family. For the rest of y'all, we're gonna go to the grocery store and you're gonna get these big old giant strawberries, which are just as delicious and a little bit prettier for your pie. Now, on the blog, I have more exact measurements for you, but when I'm making this in my house, I kind of wing it, and it always seems to work. So I want 3 cups of pureed strawberry, so I fill it to roughly 5 or 6 cups of chopped strawberry. Another side note is, you don't have to have the most beautiful, perfect strawberries for a strawberry pie. You can save the most beautiful ones to garnish on top. But if you've got a little blemish or a little spot on it, there's nothing wrong with it. It's clean, it still tastes amazing, it's perfect. Pop it right on in your blender, you'll be fine. Okay, I have just about 3 quarts of strawberries that I have hulled. I cut the tops off and put it into a blender. And I'm just going to start the blender and let it work its magic and liquefy this down to a puree. And hopefully we'll have 3 cups when it's all done. All done. So let me check and see. 6, 5, 4. So I have just about 3.5 cups in here, which is perfect. I'm gonna use 3 in my pie, and then I'm gonna save like a ½ cup and put it over vanilla ice cream later. Don't tell anyone, that's just our secret, okay? So I'm gonna put this right into a pan on higher heat, medium, high heat. And be sure to save just about a ½ cup for later. And to this, I am going to add 2/3 cup of water. And then I'm going to add about a 1/3 cup of cornstarch. And I don't know if you know this, but cornstarch can clump. So I just sift it, takes like 2 seconds. Now I'm going to stir this all together. Basically not stop stirring for the next 3 to 4 minutes. I want this cornstarch to work its magic and really thicken that strawberry puree. And I also want to continuously stir, so if there are any lumps, I can get them out with my spatula. We don't want it to boil. We just want that cornstarch to make sure it's as nice and thick. I'm gonna go ahead and add this strawberry puree to a bowl. I just want to remove it from this hot dish. As I was cutting up those strawberries, I saved some of the prettier ones because I'm going to cut these and they are going to remain in their shape in the pie. And you can do this according to your preference, but these big ones we're gonna quarter. And after these are all cut, it's about a cup or a cup and a half of cut strawberries. I typically just add the strawberries to the hot puree. I'm just gonna pop this into the freezer, and that's gonna cool down just a little bit while we make our graham cracker crust. I just popped a package of graham crackers into the food processor. You can also throw it in a bag and smash it if you want. Both work great. This is 4 tablespoons of melted butter, and I don't know that I'm gonna use all of it. I'm going to kind of test it as I go. And just work it around, take your time. Make sure every little crumb is coated. And if it looks like it is a little bit drier than you'd want, then add a little bit more butter. This looks perfect. I can see every single little crumb of this graham cracker is coated in butter. Now I've used anything from 7-inch up to a 10-inch. It just depends on how thick that you want your crust. So usually I just take my hand and press it down just to get an even layer, and then I'll go back in with like a kitchen glass or cup and make sure it's perfectly flat. I start in the center and press down and then work in concentric circles around. Oh my gosh, it looks like crop circles. And I just go around and around and around, and it will naturally, as you can see, start pressing itself up the sides. And if I see there's any spots where there's too much and there's not enough, you can easily go back and fix that. And then I just curve my glass and kind of just press it in to the side. So it's worth taking a couple extra minutes just to make sure the crust is perfectly even and consistent all throughout. That looks great. And I bet our filling has cooled enough that we can go ahead and add it right to the crust, so I'm gonna go check on it now. Okay, I just grabbed this from the freezer and it had enough time to basically lose the steam. It's not quite room temperature, but it's not burning hot. And you can already see that it's fairly thick. It will solidify a bit more in the fridge, but this looks absolutely perfect. And then just spread it out evenly. Now it needs to go into the refrigerator for at least 2 hours. Overnight is great. And here is my perfect strawberry pie. Now, no strawberry pie would be complete without some whipped topping. So I took some heavy cream, added a little confectioner's sugar, whipped it up on high. Now I'm going to add it right to the top. And I don't know if you sensed my theme here with that blue towel, but this just happens to be the perfect dessert for any 4th of July celebration or Memorial Day or any patriotic type theme or just summer. So we'll just smooth this out. It's pretty easy to do when you have the firm strawberry pie. You make nice little dollops or swirls if you want, but that's it. I don't add any chocolate. I don't add any more embellishment. Like, this is it, and it's perfect as is. So if you want the full recipe, head on over to imbaker.net, and I think you're really gonna love this pie.